Right, the bonuses this time are on the views of A.J.P. Taylor, the historian. In The Origins of the Second World War, A.J.P. Taylor argues that the Great War that began in 1914 wasn't ended until the signing of which treaty in 1925?
Locarno?
Correct. What event of March 1936 brought about the end of the Locarno Pact? According to Taylor, it provided the first opportunity for the Western powers to oppose Hitler.
Anschluss.
Is that the Anschluss?
Anschluss with Austria, wasn't it?
The Anschluss?
No, it's the occupation of the Rhineland. And finally, on the final page of that work, Taylor states that the war that broke out in 1939 has become a matter of historical curiosity, and that, in his view, the Second World War became a real world war only in which year?
41? Maybe 40. I thought the phony war finished earlier than 41.
I was thinking 41 because the US and Russia.
Yeah. 1941.
Correct. Right, we're going to take a music round. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of popular music. 10 points if you can tell me the names of the prolific songwriting team behind the song.
We're no strangers to love.
UCL Dennis.
Stock Aitken and Waterman.
Correct. They were guilty of many of the hits of the 80s and 90s, so for your music bonuses, 3 more tracks written by prolific songwriting teams, in each case 5 points if you can identify the team or duo behind the song. Firstly, for 5, the partnership behind this song.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired.
Bacharach and David.
No, that's Jerry Goffin and Carole King. Secondly, the duo who wrote this.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping around my door. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, been snooping around my door. You can wag your tail.
Pass.
That's Lieber and Stoller. And finally, the team behind this.
No, pass.
That's Holland Dozier Holland. Right, 10 points for this. Which US poet and novelist wrote the screenplay of the 1987 film Barfly, starring Mickey Rourke?
UCL Dennis.
Bukowski.
Charles Bukowski's correct, yes. UCL, these bonuses are on symmetry. About which line is the graph y equals x squared symmetrical?
X equals 0.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. X equals 0.
Correct. About which point and by how many degrees is the rotation that produces the only non-trivial symmetry of the line y equals x cubed?
Maybe 180 degrees in what point? But if y equals x cubed, it's going to be like that. If you say rotation, so it's going to be. No, it's going to be 180 degrees.
I think we need an answer, please.
In the 180 degrees from the origin.
Correct. From the Greek meaning opposite, what name is given to a pair of non-superimposable objects that are mirror images of each other?
No, pass.
They're enantiomers, or enantiomorphs. Right, 10 points for this. In immunology, what word derived from the Latin for to help denotes a substance included in a vaccine that enhances the immune response of the recipient?
UCL Tishchuk Smith.
Adjuvant.
Adjuvant is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on US states and their official foods. Firstly, in 2006, which state designated the key lime pie as its official state pie?
Florida.
Correct. Georgia and Oklahoma are among states that have adopted a porridge of coarsely ground maize kernels as an official state food. By what 5-letter term is the dish known?
Grits.
Correct. From the 1980s, several US states adopted varieties of what baked foodstuff as their official state variety? That of Massachusetts is corn, while Minnesota's is blueberry.
Yeah, pie. Or muffin. Muffin.
No. I think it probably is.
I was thinking corn. Corn and blueberry. That seems more.
Come on.
Bread.
No, it's muffins. 10 points for this. The trilogy of plays by Aeschylus that comprises Agamemnon, the libation bearers, and...
UCL Papa Philippopolis.
The Oresteia.
The Oresteia is correct. These bonuses, UCL, are on art and astronomy. That man am I, by whose accomplishment the painter's art was raised from the dead. These words are from a memorial to which Italian artist born around 1266?
Giotto, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Or was that? Was it later?
They might be later, but I don't know.
No, I think he was later.
I'll try and name it.
Uccello.
Come on.
Uccello.
No, it's Giotto di Bondone. A space probe named after Giotto was part of an armada of craft that made observations of which astronomical object in 1986?
Halley's Comet.
Halley's Comet is correct, yes. And finally, a heavenly object generally thought to be Halley's Comet appears in a fresco by Giotto in the Arena Chapel in Padua, depicting what event in the early life of Jesus?
Arrival of the Magi.
Is the early life? The early life. I mean, yeah, it could be the
Adoration of the Magi. Is that?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Adoration.
Adoration of the Magi.
Correct. We're going to take a second picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting by an American-born artist. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Exeter O'Rourke.
Whistler.
It is Whistler, yes. He was one of many Western artists in the late 19th century and early 20th centuries to be influenced by Japanese art and design following the reopening of trade with Japan in the 1850s. For your picture bonuses, here are 3 more examples of Japanism in Western art. In each case, I want you to name the artist. Firstly, for 5.
Cézanne.
No, that's Gauguin. Secondly, this painting, not in the artist's most familiar style.
I think it's French. I think is it Toulouse-Lautrec. I don't think it's trying to Toulouse-Lautrec.
Toulouse-Lautrec.
No, that's by Monet. And finally,
Van Gogh.
it was by Van Gogh, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Begun in 1580, the year of his death, the Teatro Olimpico in Vicenza was the last building designed by which...
UCL Papa Philippopolis.
Palladio.
Palladio is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on idioms. Das kommt mir Spanisch vor is a German idiom most nearly approximate to which English equivalent?
It's Dutch. It's Greek to me. It's Greek.
It's all Greek.
Yeah, it's all Greek.
It's all Greek to me.
Correct. Which 2-word English phrase suggestive of a European relative is synonymous with a candid but benevolent advisor or critic?
Dutch uncle. What's it? Dutch uncle.
Yeah. Dutch uncle.
Correct. What is the English equivalent of the French idiom filer à l'anglais?
What's a feeling?
Come on, let's have it, please.
Prodigal son? I don't know.
Prodigal son.
No, it's to take French leave. 10 points for this. In trigonometry, which function of an angle in a right-angled triangle can be found by dividing the length of the side adjacent to the angle by the length of the hypotenuse?
UCL Parton.
Cosine.
Cosine is correct, yes. These bonuses are on insect development, UCL. From the Greek for to flow, what word for a mythological water nymph refers to the aquatic larva or nymph of, for example, a dragonfly?
Dryad.
No, it's naiad. Derived from the Latin for form or likeness, what 6-letter word describes a growth stage between periods of molting in the development of an insect larva?
Instar.
Correct. The process by which an insect sheds its old exoskeleton is known by what term, derived from the Greek meaning put off? Come on.
Crystallization.
Let's have it, please.
Pass.
It's ecdysis. 3.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. First performed in 1958. Which play by Sheila Delaney concerns a working-class girl...
UCL Dennis.
A Taste of Honey.
A Taste of Honey is correct. Your bonuses, UCL, this time are on the to be or not to be soliloquy in Shakespeare's Hamlet. Firstly, deriving in part from an archaic or dialect term meaning tumult or trouble, what phrase does Hamlet use to mean the turmoil of earthly life?
Sea of trouble. Take up arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing
Sea of troubles?
No, it's this mortal coil. What term does Hamlet use to denote the unknowable afterlife from whose bourne no traveller returns? Let's have it, please.
Oh, pass.
It's the undiscovered country. And finally, what two weapons does Hamlet describe as those inflicted by outrageous fortune?
Slings and arrows.
Correct. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as you buzz. How many convex polyhedra make up the group of Archimedean solids?
UCL Parton.
5.
No one of you may buzz from Exeter?
Exeter Bellamy.
7.
No, it's 13. Another starter question now. Also referring to the guardians around the throne of God, what name is given in Christian angelic hierarchy to the highest ranking celestial...
Exeter Bellamy.
Archangels.
I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Celestial beings in the 9 orders of angels.
UCL Dennis.
Seraphim.
Seraphim is correct. These bonuses are on the parliaments of EU member states. In each case, name the country whose seat of parliament is the following. Firstly, for 5 points, the Christiansborg Palace.
Denmark.
Correct. Secondly, the Hôtel de la Chambre on the street known as Krautmart.
Belgium.
It's Luxembourg. And finally, the São Bento Palace.
Portugal.
Portugal is correct. 10 points for this. Which sporting figure is the subject of the biographies Nobody Ever Says Thank You and Provided You Don't Kiss Me?
Exeter Benthall.
Brian Clough.
Brian Clough is correct. These bonuses this time are on the abbreviations used by the IUCN, or International Union for Conservation of Nature, in its annual red list of plant and animal species under threat. EN represents endangered animals and plants. What does the abbreviation CR mean? Come on, let's get on with it.
Critically endangered.
Correct. Species such as the red deer and the European hare are classed as LC, which means they represent what to the IUCN?
Least concern.
Correct. In the same context, what's denoted by the letters EW?
Pass.
It's extinction in the wild. 10 points for this. The number of letters in successive members of which familiar series of words is 3, 3, 5, 4, 4, 3...
UCL Dennis.
Counting numbers.
Yes, that's correct, yes. I was going to give you right up to 9, but I'll accept that. Your bonuses this time, UCL, and at the gong, the University of Exeter have 85, University College London have 260. It started well, didn't it? But you just faded. They were a very strong team you were up against. We'll have to say goodbye to you, Exeter. UCL, that's a terrific score. We shall look forward to seeing you in round 2. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from the University of Exeter.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from University College London.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.